Hey, ladies and gents, this is Despised coming to you with the review of the Mythic Legion's Keltuss. Keltuss. Let me read the bio for you. A complete anomaly in the Mercurian Coliseum, Keltuss was the first and only fighter to meld magic with gladiatorial combat. Despised by his fellow combatants, yet adored by the bloodthirsty crowds, he could spectacularly level the mightiest of foes with a mere utterance of magical incantation. Once he escaped the Coliseum, Keltuss' fame opened many opportunities. The promise of fortune and renown ultimately lured Keltuss to join Skapular and the Sons of the Red Star. Keltuss. So, Keltuss PowerCon exclusive. Last PowerCon, when the Four Horsemen do PowerCon exclusives, they also make them available elsewhere, including online. So hopefully you had a chance to pick up this guy, because you go to PowerCon, you got to get in line because they sell out really quick. They bring out a limited number the first day, then they bring them out the second day. But you snooze, you lose. You really got to snap these bad boys up, because the Masters of the Universe crowd, for some unknown reason, maybe you can help me figure this out.
Oh, yeah.
Really likes these PowerCon exclusives.
They seem to look kind of like
vague similarity, perhaps, to a well-known pop cultural icon by the name of Skeletor.
Oh, yeah, I think maybe I see the resemblance there a little bit.
Actually, these are Mythic Legion's parts, so this is all done with the color scheme. The amazing color scheme. So, we have a disclaimer that we should probably say, like any resemblance to other characters, living or dead, is
purely coincidental.
Has absolutely nothing to do with this figure known as Keltuss. So, he came with this head in the package, the blue head, which is a nice skeleton head, blue, but heck, honestly, is anybody going to display him with this head? I don't think so. I don't know why, I just get that feeling. But Skeletor, the baddest of the bad, the coolest of the cool, bad to the bow. What else can we say about him? The protagonist for He-Man, who I think, yes, he's the
main protagonist.
No, antagonist. Okay, all right. Look, you're in school right now. You're learning all this crap. By the time you're my age, you'll have forgotten 90% of it. Okay, He-Man's the protagonist, but clearly Skeletor is the star of the show, the antagonist.
No one cares about He-Man. It's all about Skeletor.
No, He-Man's a fairly vanilla, bland, good guy, Dudley Do Right type, and I always go for the villains for some reason. But let's compare Keltuss, not because there's any resemblance to Skeletor, but
and if he does, it's purely coincidental.
Yes, let's just go ahead and take a look at some of the other incarnations of Skeletor. The cool thing about Keltuss is that he's not a muscly dude; he's a skeleton dude. So you can see his bones. His beautiful blue bones. It's, that really striking paint scheme. But I think this is a Skeletor figure that I put together. I put I think what's called the Alfred Alcala head on him. Because this is kind of my favorite version of Skeletor. There are different versions of the head, but this one I particularly like because it's got those gnarly teeth and just looks really cool. So I would guess.
Gnarly.
Do I say? I have to
throw in pretty much every review.
I have to throw in some 80s
totally
lingo.
Gnarbuckle.
That was cool when I was in high school. So totally gnarly teeth. Okay, how would you describe his orthodontist, the orthodontist nightmare, worst nightmare? How would you describe those teeth then?
Not straight.
Not straight?
They're not straight.
That doesn't have this
They are extremely, overwhelmingly, incomprehensibly not straight.
or gnarly to the max. So
They're extremely undesirable.
what do you think? First off, do you think the Four Horsemen knocked this baby out of the park?
Face looks weird.
Which one? This one?
Yeah.
Really? You're crazy. This
I think the
face
looks weird.
is freaking amazing, and it pops like nobody's business. Look at that. It's got all the right colors. That sickly yellow.
Also, he's bones. Skeletor is not bones for some reason.
Because
I can't imagine why.
Skeletor takes steroids, I think. I'm just guessing.
I'm pretty sure when you take steroids and you're dead, you don't grow muscles.
Look, he had an accident. This is what he used to look like before. He was like a suave blue dude.
Blue dude?
Yeah, and then he had a industrial accident because he didn't follow OSHA regulations or something. And his face skin got peeled off of his face. And then he had to, the best reconstructive surgeons weren't able to.
He turned into the Joker.
He turned into this. Yeah. He was disfigured, which, if you're ugly, that obviously makes you an evil person.
Yeah, that's how it works.
If you're attractive, then you're good. So, anyway, yeah, this one makes more sense, really, if you think about it, because if somebody rips your skin off your face, are you still going to be alive? I don't know. I should try that. But anyway, I love this Keltuss figure. I love it. And I really couldn't wait for him to come, so I kind of cobbled together a approximation of a Mythic Legions.
Which has hooves for some reason.
He has hooves because he's a demonic guy. And because I used...
Demon spawn.
I used as his base, I used Azhar or Zazhar, whichever the blue demon was. So he has hooves. Yes. So I like that he has the tattoos, and he has the muscular body, right? But he doesn't have that. The head is not as.
Head looks kind of out of place, especially with the hood
magically
hovering above his head.
I still like.
The magical levitating hood makes him better.
I still like this version of Skeletor, and I'm gonna keep him because he was my attempt at making this figure.
It's an attempt.
That's right. It's
swing
an
and a
attempt.
miss.
So, no, it's not. So, of course, as you can see, this is the attempt to put together something that is vaguely reminiscent of the Havoc staff. So you take the existing mystical staff and you pop this head. You pop this head on it. It has a ball joint on the head, so you could put on top of the standard, you can put other heads and stuff like that.
Yeah,
see?
but then when you don't have it
you can also take that
weird.
out. Well,
just better keep a head on it then.
No, I don't think it looks that weird.
Really, it looks weird. It's like all pointy, and then they're just like, oh yeah, when I decide to put the pointy end into the other man, I'm just gonna hit him with like a little circular thing.
Look, it's a magical staff. You don't have to stab people with your mage staff, okay? If you're a sorcerer.
What if I just
what's the point of being
this? Pointy end in the other man.
What's the point of putting your? Then you use your sword. He's got a sword too. So yeah, Keltuss comes with a sword.
A sword.
Did I say sword again? I don't know how to.
No, you said sword.
It's a hard word.
Words are hard. I understand.
Keltuss, Deltus. Yeah, he's got the cool pauldrons. I just think this is, honestly, to tell you the truth, Keltuss here. I'm thinking, okay, like let me put on my thinking cap. I'm thinking that somewhere in the future, Keltuss is going to. There's going to be a character that's blue that has like regular. Well, there already is, right?
Fleshy arms.
Yeah, fleshy arms. So actually, I could take these arms. I could pop them on this character, and then I could have like
a Keltusaur.
But you know what? This guy's so unique with his
Very unique.
bony body that I think I'll keep him the way
Completely
he is.
original.
See, my mind is kind of trying to come up with new ideas. Like, hey, yeah, if I took his arms and snapped them on here, what would that look like?
And he ripped off his legs. He ate them.
It would look
wonder
cool.
what they
It
taste
always
like.
look good. So let me introduce some of these other guys. Demo Man was like a proto. It wasn't a prototype. I don't know if they made a prototype. I think
He's green.
maybe it was just concept art, early concept art, and that morphed into Skeletor later on down the line. This is a Skeletor from the future, from space, right? And baby Skeletor. Also, so look at that. He doesn't have any things popping out of the back
baby
of
Skeletor. That's baby Skeletor.
He doesn't have any like demonic things popping from his
How
forearms.
unfortunate.
And he doesn't have demon feet. For some reason,
He just fell into a tub of acid and grew demon feet.
if somebody rips your face off, you grow demon feet and, you know, weird things come out of your arms and you become really, really evil.
Yeah, that's just how it works.
So,
Has it ever happened to you
okay,
before?
Keltuss. Awesome figure. Very well executed. Beautiful paint apps. Wonderful sculpt. I hope you have yours already. If not, they released it with the Coliseum set. I think that if you move quickly, you might be able to get one, but don't snooze on this. All right, that's the review of Keltuss. You got anything else to say? No? All right.
No.
Is signing off.